I just did that long conversation that you guys saw here on Be Better Golf with Mike Bender, so I wanted to highlight my favorite 3 drills that Mike Bender came up with, or at least popularized. Let's get straight into it. So the first drill is going to be this cone drill. I'll go through them real quick, and then if you want details, you can watch the entire video. The first drill is this cone drill, where you swing above it, you swing underneath it. Really tough to do. You want to exaggerate that, make that difficult. Second drill is this, great for driver, like totally awesome for driver, where you set up this noodle, like, I'll get more detailed into it later, but basically like this. Foot off the ground, blah, 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 so that you have to really come into it very shallow. Not very, very shallow, just like appropriately shallow. Club is on plane, we shouldn't hit it, club's there. We're gonna go here and there, should be able to hit the ball. Yep. And the third drill is, all right, so first of all, with all these drills, like you'll always hear in golf, you always hear, oh, there's a million different golfers and there's a million different ways to swing the club. Just swing your swing, go out there and do whatever works for you. Well, there are a million different swings, but golf clubs are all designed basically the same. It's a stick with this off the end of it. So there's a certain plane and a certain way that is the best way to hit golf shots. And if you want to hit good golf shots, really, you gotta be coming from a certain angle. It's gotta be coming down a certain amount, you know, within a certain window. It's gotta be coming from the inside or from the outside, a certain window. It's gotta exit a certain way. So do whatever you wanna do, but you gotta learn to get the club more on plane. Almost everybody, I'd say 90% of golfers, myself included, but I'm getting better, goes to the top, and we see this. Everything's working this way. It's all a little out of sequence. I call it out of sequence because when you say over the top, you think that, oh, I swung right, I just went over it, so I need to go under it. Well, to me, it's really, it's an out of sequence thing because you're here, and then if the hips rotate early with everything else on top of the hips, you're over it. If the upper torso rotates in transition, you got that, that's over. So really, what I like to feel is the arms to be let out quite a bit, so they're gonna win the race. So then you can get it coming, because you gotta do something to get back to this plane. So that's the way I like to do it. Let's get into these drills. The first drill is this cone drill, is just probably the best thing that you should start with. This has worked for like thousands of golfers have gotten better using this. So what you want to do is you want to put this, if you're in an extreme case, you want to put it uncomfortably close to you. You want to have it pretty close to you. What that means is, so if we have our tee here, and always put a second tee next to it, so when you knock the tee out, you know where it is and you don't have to restart. Okay, so here, and we're going to be coming shallow and from the inside. All right, that was good. Started at the right side of the fairway, drew back to the center, hit it off the toe slightly, probably protecting from hitting that thing a little much. It's a great drill because you're not thinking about hitting up on it, you're just doing, all you're thinking about in your brain is avoid this noodle without, falling this way. So you could put another noodle this way to stop your head from doing that, which I've done before. And I like to make my practice swing pretty extreme. Then I'm just going to concentrate on missing the noodle and squaring up the ball. There we go. All right, good. The final one. Now you can do these things in a combo, which is what I do a lot, but just to make it very clear, there's nothing wrong with setting up a very complicated setup, because people say like, oh, you don't want to work on like 5 things at once. You don't, but so many of these things are connected to each other. That really, if you have a bunch of different setup, if you have a clear idea of what you want to do, you're really working on the same thing with just some other obstacles. Okay, so like I said, we want this, the plane's there, and the plane over here is here, right? So you would think, okay, let's just put it there so we can swing just a little bit above this. We want to go extreme though, so write down our, more exaggerated than that. So write down our target line, we're going to go like a ball inside the target line, and then we're going to put this here. And I want this one, this is really great for chicken wing and other stuff like that. This one I want a little bit above the plane. So here, and I step this way. See how that's a little above the plane? Now usually actually, I like to combo drills together. Like I'll put, because I don't want to dip too much this way, I could put something to stop me from doing that. I could put that noodle that was there. I actually put one up here. All right, to keep you from, because if you have just one, your body can find a way to cheat it. If you have 2 or even 3, but you're still trying to just do the same thing, it's gonna be pretty hard to cheat it. So same thing, you wanna start out with no noodles, with no, there we go. You wanna make sure it's close enough so that if you actually swing too far inside, you're gonna hit it. So you all seen this look, the chicken wing and getting off sides, and you'll be wiping this stuff out. So we want to swing here and there. So really the only way to, this is my favorite drill. This is my favorite drill in all of golf. This gets me hitting the ball better than any other drill. Because it works on plane, but it also works on sequence, because the only way for me to get on plane is to have a better sequence. So I'm going to hit a nice draw here, and I'm going to be swinging more to first base. See? So I have to look, because the ball went nicely, but I hit the noodle pretty good. That's why, because if I get here and I rotate my torso early, my whole swing direction is going to be going this way. I want my whole swing direction really driving towards the target. So I'm here and really good shot there. Dead straight. I drove the entire range. Got a helping wind though. For the final thing in the video, we're gonna do the maximum combo, right? This is pretty wacky, but we're gonna do it because it's fun. Even though there's so much complicated setup and I mean, admittedly, it looks wacky. You're really just working on one thing. I remember I was at a PGA Tour event a couple years ago, maybe 6, 7 years ago, and Lee Jansen had shafts and noodles like all around himself. And I was like, I didn't think pros did that. I thought that was like faux pas for like a pro to look with all that stuff. If you guys watch that show live at the Masters, the practice, live on the range, if you would have watched that show in 1991, you would have seen a few training aids, obstacles, not many. On that show, almost everybody had them. Charlie Hoffman, Bryson DeChambeau, Vijay Singh, you know, the famous video of him. There's no stigma left among the pros. Do not care. They really just want to get better. And doing stuff like this is going to get you better so much. You'll run out of time. Just trying to get better by feel, you will run out of life before you get better, just trying to do it only by feel. If you want to get it done at some time, you know, while you're still here, you gotta exaggerate, and you gotta use drills. Otherwise you just stay the same, just accept it. So, I look wacky, yes, but I don't care. So now I've got all 3 things going. I put this in a little bit more. I'm gonna make it extreme too. I'm gonna put it here. I gotta swing that way. This is really difficult. Because it's so difficult, don't try to hit a ball straight away with it. Go here, there, here, there, here, there. I still haven't hit the tee. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Let's go. This is the gauntlet. This really is the gauntlet. So good. All right. Oh man, I hit the last one out of the gauntlet. I mean, it's tough. Especially too, because this one is basically on plane, but you're trying to swing above it. It's basically above the plane. Okay. Same thing. There we go. Really nice. You can tell when you hit it that it's low spinning. And when you hit it from this setup, it's going to be a little on the up. It's going to be a knuckleballer. See, just above the plane, just a little bit there. This is extreme here to be that close, but that's okay. There we go. Sweet spot, dead straight. Okay, final thing that's very important. Really what you want to do, and I'm going to leave this here. Really what you want to do is hit a shot, really like, I would say just do this. Get in your station, in your tin cup wacky station, and just hit the tee. Then immediately walk over to a spot where there are no noodles, and it's just like the golf course. And try to keep that feeling, because we want to be the best golfers we can be. We don't want to be the best golfers that only works within a certain practice station. So you get the same feeling. There we go, nice and straight. Hang time. I'm out of breath. I feel like I ran through that fast, but I know that video was like 15 minutes long. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know what you think. There's a link in the description for this if you're interested in this. It's less than $10. It's on Amazon. And that's it. You can get these at the dollar store. The shafts are free at any golf shop for the most part until too many better golfers start rating them. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. See you later. Bye.